Social media is a powerful tool. It's something where we go to get educated. We receive a lot of information, we gain understanding, and we gain knowledge. But social media is also a place where it can work towards us building certain habits or certain mindsets that aren't good. And while it's very helpful, I want us to be careful about the information that we take in, the things that we allow ourselves to take in, and the things that are sometimes playing in the background, or some things that we're watching and we're not even paying attention because it's subconsciously sinking in our mind. I was at work and I was scrolling social media, and I was working, and sometimes you get to a video where you just leave your phone there and you listen to it, and it plays over and over again because you're busy and you just don't focus on changing it. And I think I was listening to a video just talking about relationships, like friendships, parents, family, all that type of stuff. And as I listened to the video over and over again, not really paying attention because I'm just working, I never got back to it to change it. At first, I received some, understanding on things like, wow, okay, that makes sense, that makes sense. But after a while it was sitting and playing in my mind and playing in my ears over and over again, going throughout my day, I started to be a little furious at, certain situations or certain people. Whether it was a parent, whether it was a friend or an old friend or somebody I was cool with or something that somebody did. And as I was going throughout the day working on my mind, it was just thinking about, man, this person did that. Man, my mother did that. My father did that. Like, yeah, you know what? I see what they were saying in this video, because I remember I had a friend that did this, and it's like, yo, that's mad crazy. Like, how you going to do that? Like, what's up with that? And all of these things were playing on my mind over and over and over again. And it's just like, yo, like, how could you really do me like that? I never did anything to you. I was only good to you. How could you say this? How could you really have those underlying issues in your heart and in your mind? Like, yo, y'all really, like, you really played me. You could have did better here. You could have did better there. This person ain't even have to do me like that. I don't even understand. And so I'm meditating on these negative things as I go throughout work, and I'm listening and I'm working and I'm listening and I'm working. And I had to catch myself like, wait a minute. I don't even want to feel like this right now. I don't even want to think like this right now. Why am I thinking like this? Why am I feeling like this? Oh, because I was sitting there listening to this video, and it was just repeating in my ear over and over again. And they had a little bit of anger in that video, a little bit of annoyance, and all of these things. I allowed it to settle in me. And now I'm mad thinking about the things that happened to me and the people who might have just left me or did me wrong, or I felt like could have did better, or why they do this to me. I feel like a lot of times a lot of us get to that place where we get so focused and caught up on that, and we're angry at people. But we maximize that area where people did things to us. But often in terms, we minimize the area where we probably haven't dealt with people the best way. We haven't talked to people the best way. We haven't handled people the best way. We haven't loved people the best way. We haven't talked to people the best way. But we want to hold the people who haven't dealt with us the best all the way to this high regard, in a place where, like, yo, how could you? But the things that we've done to people, we just kind of really hope that they don't see it as a big deal, that we have, grace or forgiveness or patience from them. And that's not fair. And the life that we live as Christians, the life we live is about forgiving, reconciliation, loving one another, being patient with one another. And it just reminded me, like, man, Mike, now that you bring it up, like, man, this person did this and this person did that. Well, Dad, you know what? Maybe when you handled this situation that way, or you didn't do that, or you failed to do this, maybe that person was feeling the same way when they did that thing to you. Maybe they just didn't know how to handle this situation, or they didn't know what to say to you, or they don't know how they should react, or they didn't know how they should shift the relationship or make this move or deal with you or handle you. But yet, we want people to show us so much patience and so much long suffering and so much kindness and so much grace and forgive us for how we've misstepped or how we didn't handle them so well. We're just hoping that they could find some way to just we can just reconcile with them and just they can forgive and just love on us and not really bring down the hammer on us for where we haven't done the best job. But yet, the people who have made some of the same mistakes as us, we hold them to a high regard where, no, I won't be patient with you. Because why? No, I won't forgive you for that. Because why? And I'm not saying that if a person has abused you or treated you wrong or done you very mischievous in a way or whatever the case may be, I'm not saying that it was okay. I'm not saying that it was cool. I'm not saying that you should live a life where you should allow people to just do anything to you. But what I'm saying is we have to remember that the Lord calls us to forgive just as he forgave us. The Lord calls us to love one another, be patient with one another. And so we have to get out of this mold where we become this victim to where everybody has done something to us and everybody needs to be in our graces and they need to come to us so we can forgive them and they can apologize, because we make some of the same mistakes. While it might not be the same exact thing or as major, we make some of the same mistakes, and sometimes we don't know why some people have done things. But don't you know why you didn't handle a person or do something the best way? Sometimes. But yet that person that maybe you should apologize to, they don't know why you didn't handle things the best way. But we have to learn how to forgive, how to give other people time, how to be long suffering with people, how to be patient and not hold grudges or hold things over people's head. Even if somebody is not willing to change or if somebody's in some sort of way that they're in, you need to be able to release that thing, forgive, and know, okay, that's how they are. I can accept that. They got to stay here. But I need to forgive. I need to let this go. I need to let this out of my system. I can't hold on to this. Lord, help me forgive. Help me be more patient. Help me not think that I can just hold people in this jail cell of holding a grudge against them or being mad at them or hating them when you've called me to reconcile, when you've called us to love one another. Help me. And so let us move away from those negative meditations in our mind, because still that's a form of casting down those vain imaginations that exalts itself above the wisdom and the knowledge of God. Because the wisdom and the knowledge we have in God is to know that we are all those things: loving, patient, kind, forgiving. But the enemy wants us to be the opposite of that. So we have to cast down those thoughts and ask God, Lord, in whatever way I'm not healed, help me heal. Help me grow past this. Help me let this person go. Help me forgive. Help me forgive the people that have done me wrong or haven't handled me in the best way. And help me even reconcile with the people that maybe I have done wrong with, if that chance or that moment ever comes. Because just like I'm not perfect and I want to receive some patience and love, I would hope, or you just hope, that those same people that allow you that patience, that you will also give to those people that weren't the most patient with you, weren't the most gentle with you in ways, because we are human beings who fall short of the glory of God. And we've all been saved by grace through faith. And so, yeah, don't allow yourself to be pulled into that. Turn the negativity off and sit in positivity. Sit in the Word of God. Sit with the Lord and not with the bitter, angry, hateful, poisonous things that may be on the internet.